What is a box plot? A box plot is a way to display data that shows the spread of the data based on quartiles. So these quartiles splits the data into groups of 25%. So there are 4 groups. So it's kind of like if you have a menu, let's say from McDonald's. So the menu has $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7. So if you make a box plot, then it's going to tell you, okay, maybe 25% or a quarter of the items are from $1 to $2. And then another 25% of items are from $2 to $5. Okay, and then another 25 from 5 to 6, another 25 from 6 to 7. So with that, then you can say, okay, so half of the items on the McDonald's menu is from $1 to $5. And then another half is from $6 to $7. So that's how it works. So let's look at an example to see how to make a box plot, what it looks like. So example 1, the following data represents the scores on a recent math test. Create a box plot to display the data. Okay, so the first thing we want to do for box plot is that we want to find out some key points. So these key points are the minimum, so the smallest number, something called lower quartile, I'm going to explain in a minute, a median, upper quartile, maximum. So we want to find these 5 points first. Okay, and then we're going to figure this interquartile range later. But the easiest ones to find out is always the minimum and maximum, because we just look at the data set and then we find the smallest number and the biggest number. So the minimum in this case is going to be 88, and the maximum number is 98. Okay, so those are the 2 points we want to start off with. Okay, so then the next thing we want to find out is a median. What's a median? So give you a just a very simple example. A median is like if you have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are 5 numbers, right? So the number that's in the middle is going to be 3. Okay, so that's our median in this case. Or if I have a different set of numbers, if I have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, which number is in the middle? Well, there are 7 numbers, so this one, the 4th one, is going to be in the middle. If it's hard to tell for you, you can just cross them out. Just a pair each time until you get to that number in the middle that nobody pairs with it. Okay? So let's then sort out these numbers. The first step you need to do is to organize. So it's going to organize from smallest to greatest. Because if you didn't do that, then you don't know what number is supposed to be in the middle, right? If you just go in the random order, you don't know which number goes first, right? So let's do that. So 88 is going to be my starting point. I already found that's the smallest number. Okay, so there's 89. Okay, so I'm going to cross it out whenever I counted a number. Is there any 90? Okay, so there's 90. You know what? Actually, I want to find out all the 89s first. Okay, so that we don't miss it. Okay, so 89. There's another one here. Okay, let's check. Okay, so that's all. Oh, wait. Almost forgot this one. That's why I crossed it out. Okay, we're all good. Okay, so then the next number is supposed to be 90, right? So let's look at how many 90s are there. Okay, there's one. Okay, just literally scan row by row. There's another one here. And there's one at the end. Okay. And then 91. So let's start from top again. Okay, there's only one. 92. Any 92? Nope. Okay, so we skip that. 93. There's one here. Another 93. Okay. 94. Okay, 94. 95. Any 95s? Yes. Okay. Another one. 96. I don't see any. Okay, 97. Okay. 1, 2. That's a 98 there. 97, 97, and then 98. Okay. So, oh, almost forgot this one right here. Okay, so let's double check. Did we cross out all the numbers? Did we count it all of them? We did. Okay, good. So now let's try to find the number in the middle. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 4 times 5. That's a table with 20 numbers. So if you just imagine if you have 20 numbers, 20 things, right? If you split that in half, how many are you supposed to get in each half? That's 10, right? Okay, so let's start with that. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that right there is where it splits, right? So now, just to make sure that the two halves are the same, let's count this way too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that tells us we have 10 on one half and 10 on the other half. Okay, so now here's the problem. In the example that I just made, I had odd number of numbers. So like if I have 3 numbers, right? So that odd one is in the middle. But here we have even number of numbers. So there's nobody in the middle. So what we're going to do for this situation is we're going to add these two up and then we're going to divide that by 2. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So the median, so that number is called the median. Okay, so the median here is going to be these two guys added together and then divided by 2. And that's 93.5. Okay, so that's the median of the whole thing. So now we're going to look at some mini medians for only half of the data. So remember that this is supposed to split the data into 4 quarters, right? Or we call them quartiles. So this, what it does here, this median guy splits it in half. So that's 50%. So that means for each half, so like for example for this half, we still need to find a point that splits this half in another half. So half a half is a quarter, right? So where is this middle point or this median point of this part right here? Well, we're going to just ignore these for now, and we're going to just look at this part. So now we know there are 10 numbers. So what's half of 10? That's 5, right? So we know that this is where it splits in the middle. Now we can see that there are 2 numbers again, right? So we're going to do the old trick. We're going to add them together and then divide it by 2. And that's going to give us 90, okay? And by the way, this point right here, this median of the median, is called the lower quartile. It's lower because it's on the lower part of the data set. Okay, so now let's look at this other half that we were ignoring. So again, there are 10 numbers, and the middle point of that 10 numbers would be 5, right? So 5, so 94, 95, 95, 95, 97. That's 5 numbers, and these are also 5 numbers. So we know that these two numbers are going to be the ones that would give us the median of the upper half of the data set. So we're going to add 97 and 97 together, and that's going to give us 97 again, right? Okay, so that's it. Now we have our 5 points. The next thing we're going to do is to plot it.